Welcome to the Everyday Mom Challenge. All right, now that we're getting ready for the school year, I have 1 week left. I've been really contemplating on ways that I can encourage parents to connect with the school system. So this one is for my public school families that watch, or my charter or private school families. Us homeschool families, we have the list. We make the list. So, on open house, which I'm going to make a completely different video about that one. On open house, I would encourage you to not only just get the syllabus that your teacher has for your child, especially like, high school teachers always have a syllabus ready, but also request the reading list for the semester or the school year. And if the teacher says that they don't have the actual reading list prepared or ready, keep up with your child, so when they are reading some material at school, ask, what are you reading, what's the novel, and then go pick up a copy. I would really encourage you to do this. If you don't have enough time to read the book like simultaneously with your kid, like at night, like 20 minutes a night before going to bed or something like that, if you don't have that opportunity, you could get an audiobook version and play it in your car, listen to it on your lunch break, and that way you would have discussion points that you could talk with your child and that could truly help with comprehension. I would say that libraries now, I just learned this myself, and as a literacy coach I should have known it, have Overdrive, but they also have a lot of the ebook versions and the audio versions that you can download for free. So I actually have, I'm going to the library, I'm taking the kids, and we're getting county library cards instead of just the town library card, because I found out that there were some other programs that were free online, but we're going to learn, they're going to do a tutorial with my boys on how to use the online system. And there's apps for your phone. It's like Libby, Overdrive. It's just according to the one that, there's like NC Cardinal. There's just different ones for libraries. So please check those out. So libraries can also do interlibrary loan. So if they don't have the book, they can put a hold on it and they can get it to you. That's why it's great if you have the book list in advance. So let's say you go to the open house and the teacher doesn't have the book list. You can depend on your child to tell you, to keep you informed, or you can periodically email the teacher and say, based on your lesson plans or your unit plans, what have you chosen to use as reading selections? I just think that oftentimes we don't think of those things. And when they're, for example, I had a high school student who wanted somebody just to read the book with him. That way, if he had a stumbling block or if he didn't understand anything, he wanted to be able to know that he could come to me during tutorials and just talk with me through the book. And I never read the book before. I went and I got it off of Amazon. I got a used copy. It was like $2. And I read it in like 2 hours. It was a quick read. These reads that the kids have in high schools, middle schools, elementary, they're not going to take you like a super long time to read. And I was ready for him. And I even told him, I read the book. I have the book in my office. He never came to me for help. But that's okay, because he knew that I had read it. And he knew that if he needed somebody to talk through the book, then I would be there for him. Oftentimes, that's what kids need sometimes, is just to see a role model reading books, or they need to ask their family for help, because they may feel intimidated with a class of 30 or 35 to ask some basic questions in class, like some basic comprehension questions or some clarifying questions. You can help them with that. If you jump on YouTube, you will not believe how many of the books are already there on audio. Sometimes your kid just might need an audio version of the book while they're reading along. So I would suggest that you match those up. They're all free. Just check them out. I use that tool past school year too. just getting hold of the list is extremely important. So I'm going to encourage you to do that this year. It may be a book that you remember reading in high school. So like if it's Lord of the Flies and you read it, you can just maybe refresh on it. Have a movie night with your kids, but don't depend on that. After the book, please. After the book. Because I'm telling you, my little, he jumped on and watched one of the Harry Potters while we were reading it, and then he just kept wanting to tell me the end, kept wanting to talk about the ending, and I was like, stop, stop, stop. So I would suggest you wait for reading first and then the book. But no matter what our schedules look like, when we show our kids that we're interested in their education, that we're interested in what they're reading, and even if it's something that we find boring, it's okay that we say, wow, this is a kind of a boring book. But that's okay too, because not everything you're going to read is going to be like directly fitting your genre. You still have to teach your children how to maneuver through complex text, and how to be open and discuss and have dialogue about text that even though they may not be 100% feeling it, they still need to be able to comprehend it. Because the bottom line is that no matter what we give kids, we want them to be able to break it down, discuss it, understand it, look at what the author's perspective was, look at the background of the books, check up the authors with your kids, like go through and do an author study just to find out like what the background is. Just try to do everything you can to connect with your kid and their reading this year. Happy school year. I'm going to be making some of these live videos just to encourage some of you guys. Some things that that's been on my heart. Parent participation, we love it. Teachers value that. Trust me, I hear a lot of teachers praising that parental connection. So literacy matters. Get on there and that reading list and buy the books, library, online, YouTube them. Hey, there's somebody. Hey, Erin. It's nice to see you here. So I've been discussing the importance of getting the reading list getting the reading list from your teacher. So when you go to open houses, instead of just getting the syllabus, ask for what is the reading list. So that way you can grab the collection of books that your child is going to be living in the semester or in the school year, and that way you can like share that literacy journey with your child. So I've never had, let's see I'm trying to see if I can chat back. I don't quite know how to do that on my phone yet, but as we know, we learn and we learn. Live chat, all messages are visible, and I can't post back, but I can talk back. But if you have any questions or any comments or suggestions to the parents out there that are watching this video, please leave them below. We're here to encourage each other and challenge each other. Let's just make it a great school year, and I'll be praying for your kids. See, I'm learning. Thank you guys for being patient with me. But I hope that you guys have a really blessed day. I'm going to get back on later on and talk about some other ways that parents can get involved in the schools, because that's a passion of mine, and I'm going to be encouraging you that way for the rest of the remaining of this semester. So have a blessed one. Bye.